Mind you, we see his desk. He has a picture framed from hanging out with the unks. Hanging out with the unks in 1988 in Egypt in part 3. He has a picture of him hanging out with the unks on his desk. Not a single fucking picture of his daughter, bro. What? JoJo part 5. Okay, everybody, moods are high, so am I. No. Well, anyways, I finally have time. It's y'all don't even understand how, it's pitch black. You don't understand how nice it is in my room right now. Cozy AF. So, I've decided I'm going to record this finally because I fucking have some free time. I am in a different location right now. That's why I feel a little happier. I'm not sitting at my fucking desk. My desk is messy. And, I don't want to feel like my room's messy. So I'm laying on my bed right now. Hey. Let me talk about my desk. Dirty. I don't know if I told y'all. I don't think I did. Signed up for Book of the Month. Their book came in. I'm finally a friend now. Y'all, I'm a friend. I'm a friend of Book of the Month. They're all sitting over there unread. Untouched and unread. All the panties taken off. I don't fucking with no panties. So I don't even know what the fuck my books are about. Because I took the descriptions off. I can't even see the books I got over there. So I'm not going to talk about that. But yes, me sitting right here still talking about fucking books. I can literally see my to be read list right here. I'm staring at her. We're staring down. Hard eye contact. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books over there, and that's not even all of them. I still got my Kindle. My Kindle still got books. I still got the books that I actually put away. Did I? I feel like I don't even remember what I bought. Oh yeah, I did. I see them. Bunch of other BS I gotta put away. So much shit I gotta put away. My books are kind of low-key creasing. Fuck! But I need a bookshelf. That's what I need. I need it to be read, and I need my Kindle. Like, I'm loaded. But speaking of reading, because that's what we're going to discuss today, reading, I have not jotted down the books that I've read. Because I was like, you know what? It's the end of the month as I'm recording this. And I have not jotted down any of the books I read for this month. Oops. Fuck. Did I have it pinned? I need to pin that. Yeah, I need to pin this thing. Hold up. Pin note. Okay. So I have the 4 that I listened to, and by read, I just mean audiobooks for as of right now, because that's all I've honestly got to listen to. I have my books of 2026. Number 1, Two Can Play, and The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. First time low-key reading just a romance book. And was I eating up? Yeah, I was. Straight out of their palm. Listen, romance book to me always just give slop. Hey. Not to diss on, I'm not gonna yuck your yum, I guess, because romance is very popular. To me, 99% of the time, it's just straight slop. What the hell we doing? Not saying the authors are awful authors because of that shit. No. Some of their books are good. I sat down. Hey, Ali Hazelwood with The Love Hypothesis, she got it down. She knows what the fuck she's doing. And here's the reason why it is so good. That shit used to literally be Kylo Ren and Rey fanfic on AO3. Like, if your book came from fanfic, but like they just switched the names and a little bit of like they just switched names and shit. Ain't no fucking way your shit's bad, bro. That one, she cooked with that book. I'm sorry, she cooked. Okay? The Love Hypothesis, I understand why it's getting turned into a movie. I understand why it's so popular on Book Talk, which I'm not taking any of their goddamn fucking recommendations. They are nasty on there. Hey, it's good. The only thing I had an issue with is the fucking friend. Olive was the main girl. Her friend, don't I fucking remember her name? She pissed me off. This was a month ago since I had listened to it, so I forgot a lot. Her friend, Loki, a bitch. Here, I am gonna talk shit, okay? Imagine, it's not even what I'm meant to talk about. But here is the fucking thing with her fuck ass friend. Okay, so you don't understand what a boundary, not a boundary, what, right place, wrong time is. Like, not the place or time to be doing some bullshit like this. Listen, how are you gonna be like to your friend, mind you, your best friend, and say, go make out with the teacher, not even your teacher, it is a teacher at this fucking college we are at, go make out with actually an actual staff because he's your boyfriend, go make out with him in front of everybody. What the fuck? Listen. I would never, if the professor, the number one scary professor of the university, if he pushed a car out of the way, alright, and mind you, this guy feared among men, alright, this is Satan himself incarnate. You're gonna see him push a car out of the way, you're gonna turn to your friend who is dating him, right, dating the devil, and you're gonna say in front of every student here who hates this teacher, go make out with him. Go make out with him right now. He just moved a car. Go make out with him. And then when your friend, obviously goes, girl, no. Because, hey, you're in the middle of a fucking parking lot that people are trying to leave. You want me to go make out with this man? In front of anybody? First of all, gross. PDA. Hey, ew. I hate PDA. So the fact that you want to do that shit? Girl, you crazy? You want me to go do that? And then when I say no, for obvious fucking reasons, because obviously that's cringy. That's corny, that's cringy, that's kind of gross. And then when I tell you that no, I'm not doing that, you go, and why? Isn't he your boyfriend? Let me tell you this. If my absolute god, goat, legend on earth, Adeline, my sister damn near, if she ever did shit like that to me, I'm beating the fuck out of her. Beating the fuck out of her on the spot. Adeline, girl, if you ever pulled some shit like that on me, girl, you're dead. You're dead. Dead ass. On the Bible, bitch, you're dead. So, yeah, I guess Olive is better than me. Olive is better than me because I would have swung on the hoe. And then when we're in an auditorium and you're telling me to go sit on the same man, you want me to sit on his lap in front of everybody in this auditorium, and you go, why? Isn't he your boyfriend? Isn't he your boyfriend? What the fuck is your issue, bro? What is your goddamn fucking problem? What is your problem, bitch? See, I will beat the fuck out of her. See, Olive is a better person than me because I would have swung on people way faster for way less. Like, Olive, girl, you think, I guess. But no. That shit was fire. That shit is fire. I have a feeling in the fanfic, the friend, the BFF, Oscar Isaac, Finn, that's him. The boyfriend, Arthur, I think that was his name. The ex-boyfriend of Ray, and now boyfriend of the best friend, Finn. I 100% believe they did Poe and Finn fucking romance. I will bet money on that. That in the OG fanfic, that's what that ship was. You can fucking bet your ass. The BFF, the roommate, I don't fucking know. The Chancellor, the redhead, I don't fucking know. But yeah, I'll bet my money that's what it was. That's what that fic was. Anyways, what else did I read? The Princess Knight by Cal Jacobs. That one. I would, let me fucking remember where I ranked it. I think I ranked it like a 7. Honest to God, might be low-key a 7. Yeah, it might be a 7. Listen. The prince, the BFF, the guy who she was gonna marry and then didn't. Spoilers for all these books, I guess. For the prince, I don't even fucking remember his name. They all have stupid names. Hold up, I actually have to look up their names because I don't remember them at all. Y'all cut this. See, here's the thing. I can't even read these fucking names. What? Domhnall? Domhnall? Domhnall. Domhnall? Yo, that's Dom. I'm just calling him Dom. And then Clea, no! Like, whatever H2O is. I don't fucking know. And then, Clea. Ronan. Nah, me calling him Rohan. Oh my god. Me calling him Rohan. Holy shit. Ronan. Rohan. Okay, guys. Maybe I should get off JoJo. Because I'm watching a little too much JoJo. I just called this motherfucker Rohan. I don't know if I also discussed this. I feel like I didn't discuss this in the last one. But yes, I am watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Round of applause. I finished One Piece and now we're on to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Yes. As of starting it, okay, part 1 doesn't count because I was already watching part 1. I think I rewatched part 1 like 3 times, so I didn't really rewatch it another 4. Because here's the thing, I tried getting into JoJo, fuck, maybe 4 years ago. I think it was 4 years ago. When did, what was it, the shawarma sauce? No, not shawarma sauce. The Rick and Morty sauce come to McDonald's? I don't know if y'all remember that. When shawarma, I think it was shawarma. I'm just calling it shawarma. I don't give a fuck. When the shawarma sauce from Rick and Morty came back to McDonald's. Whenever that was. That's the, like, first time I watched JoJo. Or might have been the last time I watched. No, that was the first time I would try to watch JoJo, yes. So whenever the fuck that happened. I'm gonna pause. Give me a sec. See, here's the thing. Maybe I'm late. But it's Szechuan sauce is what I meant to say, actually. It says it was promoted Rick and Morty new season in 2018. I don't remember when I started watching Rick and Morty. I don't think it was 2018, though. I was... Yeah. No. This was definitely my junior year of high school because I was driving. I was driving and I was not driving, you know, at the age of 14. So, I think Szechuan Sauce re-released it in, like, 2021, 22? I started driving in 22. It was in summer of 2022, I'm pretty sure. Rick and Morty re-released the Szechuan Sauce in the McDonald's. At least the McDonald's in my fucking town had it. It wasn't in my town, it was by the interstate. But they were selling Szechuan Sauce. So, my big and greedy ass, I got Szechuan Sauce. Because I had to order via the McDonald's app. Szechuan sauce. And I ordered 20 nuggets. I ordered 20 nuggets. And some Szechuan sauce. And that was it. No fries, no nothing. Just the 20 nuggets. And I think I said, I'm going to eat that and I'm going to start watching some JoJo. Because I know the baddies love JoJo. So it has to be good. I know for sure no bad bitch. Bad bitch who watches JoJo. I know they're not watching shit. Yeah, I know if the baddies are watching it, it has to be good. It has to be good. So, I told myself I'm going to sit down and I'm going to watch this. I've heard part 1 is slow. My brother said part 1 and part 2 are slow. Because my brother, he started watching JoJo in 2016. Whenever, Stone is Unbreakable. Diamonds are unbreakable. Bitch. Whenever Diamond is unbreakable. Is it Diamond is unbreakable or Diamonds are unbreakable? Whatever the fuck. Part 4. I'm gonna have to look this up. I'm sorry. I have to Diamond is Unbreakable. So whenever Diamond is Unbreakable came out, my brother started watching JoJo. So I told him, you know what? I think I'm gonna watch JoJo now. I'm gonna get into it. He told me, okay, part 1 and part 2 are slow. You just kind of muscle through it. I swear to God, it's gonna be good. I said, okay. First time I watched that shit, no. No. I think I got to episode 4, and I said, this is enough for me. It was to the part after Dio. It was, yes, after Dio got the mask. And then Joseph started, like, fighting people and shit. And it was after the fire, I think. Around there. No. It was when Dio started fighting motherfuckers in the streets. Or something. After he turned to a vampire. So, at that point, I was like, okay. I'm done for today. Like, I stopped watching for that day. Because I think I only watched 5 episodes. What am I talking about? But I was like, this is enough JoJo for today. So I stopped watching it. Never went back. Then, I think in, 23, I was like, you know what, I'm going to give it another shot. Or 24. It might have been 24. But I think at 24, I was like, you know what, I'm going to give it another shot. I sat down. I got to episode 9, halfway through episode 9. So it was after Zeppeli died and, you know, they learned Haman and shit. Like, I muscled through there. I stopped it. And then I told my brother about it, and he was like, oh, did you cry when Zeppeli died? I said, no, who gives a fuck? And I still stand by that. Who gives a fuck? So I, you know, I got to there, and then I didn't continue watching. Not at all. And then I started watching One Piece. Finished it. I know that's right. I'm just waiting for it to start re-releasing. I'm not reading the manga. Ooh, I know. But I just can't do it right now. No, I can't do it. Lord, I can't do it. So I'm not reading the manga. So finished with One Piece, and then I remember I had a list. I have a list of animes I was gonna watch in an order that I need to finish. I'm gonna muscle through, and I'm not moving on to the next until I finish it. Like, that's the thing. So right now I'm watching JoJo because it was number 2 on the list. Because I told my brother, I looked at him in the eyes. I said, I am going to catch up to JoJo. I was like, I'm going to watch it next. If I'm muscling through One Piece, I'm watching JoJo. He looked at me. He said, okay, you better get on to JoJo. Let's see if you do it. I finished One Piece. I told my brother, I finished One Piece, y'all. I finished One Piece because he wants me to watch this anime called like Usamame Pretty Derby or whatever the fuck. And he's like, you need to watch it. I said, I have a list. I made a list when I started watching One Piece of the animes, and I'm gonna continue. I said, we got One Piece, we have JJK. Not JJK. I put JoJo directly underneath it. Number 2 thing on the list, I said JoJo. I'm finishing JoJo. So I already had JoJo on the list, and then I had Vigilantes, because when I started watching One Piece, I was also like really into My Hero, because My Hero parts season 7 was still coming out. Y'all, let me tell you, My Hero season 8, all of it came out, completed, ended. Still haven't watched it. Ooh, I still haven't watched it. It's so embarrassing because I have so many Deku statues in here. Like, it's embarrassing that I've not finished watching My Hero. Mind you, I know what happens. No, I read it. I read all of it. I know what happens. I just haven't finished it, though. I haven't watched it. I haven't even seen All For One die yet. So, it's a little embarrassing. That is very embarrassing. But I remember I was like, I can't. I'm watching One Piece. I'm locking in on One Piece. So I didn't watch it. And then I immediately was like, I told my brother after I finished, I was like, man, I finished. I remember I finished on the 30th, December 30th. I finished One Piece. December 31st, watched all of JoJo Part 2. So literally, like, I didn't get the chance. It was jumped straight into JoJo. My brother and I. It was on December 31st. It was New Year's Eve. I told my brother, he was like, you're gonna watch JoJo? I was like, yeah, I watched JoJo. He's like, well, put it on. Put it on right now. Let's see. And I was like, well, I'm still on part 1. And start talking about that. We literally sat, watched part 1 and the rest of part of episode 9, and then all of episode 10. And I was like, damn, that's crazy. Jumped straight into JoJo Part 2. We spent 5 hours on that couch watching JoJo and stuff. So then I remember we literally at one point was like, okay, like, he was like, we're just gonna finish this. I was like, yeah, why not? Like, it was New Year's Eve. My parents were working. Like, nobody was home. So I was like, yeah, let's fucking finish it. So we proceeded to finish all of Part 2. And then we watched the first 2 episodes of Part 3. I was like, oh my god. I think we stopped watching on the very first day I watched JoJo. We stopped watching I think it was halfway through Part 2, Episode 2. It was when Kakyoin, right after he cuts Jotaro's leg with the drawing that he never does again, with that move. I was like, oh my god, that's so crazy. Pause, I'm done. Pause, my mom's, I'm done. So that's literally stopped, and then I started watching it on my own. So I watched a lot of Part 3 by myself. But, you know, I would put it on the TV, we would watch that shit. It was funny. My brother, literally, since I've watched JoJo, he's watched probably 95% of it with me. Every single time I felt like I was watching JoJo as of recent, it was either with my brother in the living room, or with my brother in the living room, or I was, in my room. Or we were watching in my room, like we literally just did today. Because, guys, guess what? I'm all the way to part 6. I'm on part 6. As of February 28th, I am on part 6 of JoJo after starting it on December 31st. Yeah. 60 days in, I've already almost finished all of JoJo. Okay, but as I was saying, my brother has watched every single ending of a part with me. Except for part 3. I watched that shit by myself, and I watched that shit at the gym. Very much low-key disrespectful to probably one of my favorite parts. I know, I'm so basic having part 3 as my favorite. But listen, part 4 is good. Hey, I love part 4. Alright, part 4 probably might be my favorite part. But I have unfortunately started rewatching part 3. Which is funny because my main JoJo is either Jotaro Kujo or Jolene Kujo. Yeah. Hey, Jotaro's in there somewhere. And Jotaro is my favorite JoJo. And I remember I told my brother, he was like, "Oh, your favorite's Jotaro, huh? Oh, your favorite's Jotaro, huh?" Because, like, I feel like that's such basic bitch. Like, bro, I'm giving basic bitch. But he is, Logan, he funny as fuck. Okay, there was a part where they were, like, fighting the captain. Because they were in sea, because their plane crashed, so they had to take a ferry. And it was just like a yacht, or whatever the fuck. But they had to take a ship. And they were like, it's only people from the Speedwagon Foundation or whatever. And then this girl, like, jumps on board because she wants to go to Singapore, because they're in, where are they at? They're in Hong Kong, and they're going to Singapore via ocean or whatever the fuck. But it was just Speedwagon people on the boat. It wasn't like a communal boat. But she snuck on because she said she wanted to go see her dad in Singapore. But whatever, she got thrown off the bridge. Like, she jumped off because she didn't want to get, like, basically kidnapped and forced child labor. So she jumped off, and there was like a shark in the water, and then Jotaro jumps in and whatever, but it's actually a Stan. So they're like, oh my god, there's a Stan on the boat. So now they know somebody's a Stan, and they're thinking that it's this actual, like, 12-year-old girl is a Stan. Mind you, they're all unks. Everybody here's an unk. And they're like, yeah, this 12-year-old, we should probably beat her up. But they're like, no, it's not her. But then they see the captain, and it's very obvious he's a Stan user, because Stan users have a look vibe to them. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen the joke, but it's like, anybody here could be the Stan user, and it's like the most boring people. Then it's like the very obvious, like, gay person with pink hair and blue lipstick. It's like, I wonder if they're the Stan user. But because they all dress, like, very obviously, like, you're a Stan user now. Like, it's very obvious to tell why they all cunty. Anyways, as I was saying, they're like, and he's someone to Stan. He's like, I think it's the captain. And then they're like, why do you say that? And he was like, well, whenever you smell cigarette smoke, because he was smoking, he's like, whenever you smell cigarette smoke, a vein pops up in your nose. And then all of them go, like, to check their nose. And they're like, oh my god, really? And then they're like, oh my god, is that true? And then Jotaro was like, no, I just made that shit up. But the captain, he put his finger to his nose, so we know who the Stan user is. Like, he does shit like that all the fucking time in part 3. And then when they were up against the gambling guy, the guy was like cheating. He literally got a flush of kings. Like, there's like no low-key no other way to beat that except if you have like an ace. I don't fucking remember, but it was like a flush of kings. That's basically like a guaranteed win if you have that. You could place your bets there. The other person probably doesn't have anything better. So he's like getting cheated. This gambler guy, his name's Darby. He's getting cheated. He's like cheating. So he's like, okay, I got the king of flesh. Like, I'm gonna win this, and I'm gonna take their souls and yada yada, because they can't reach Dio. And then Jotaro doesn't even pick up his card. He goes, call it flush, all in. No, not even flush. She's just like, I bet it all. That, yeah, I'm not checking. I'm full. Like, let's see who wins. So then he's like, well, you didn't even look at your fucking cards. And he's like, and? Bet it on it. All my cards, everything I bet on this card, on this deck right here, I bet on it. And then I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? And then he's like, wait, there's no way he can bet on it. There's no way he's gonna win. I'm gonna win. So why the fuck is he doing that? So then, and then they're like, yeah, I bet my soul. I bet his soul. My buddy in the hospital right now. Yeah, I'm betting his soul too, and I'm betting my mom's soul. This deck is gonna win. So then the Darby guy, he's like freaking the fuck out. He's like, what? So then like he's like tweaking. He's like, there's no way he can bet all that on this fucking deck. Like, unless he knows he's gonna win. There's no fucking way. No way he's betting this shit. And he's like, he can't be this fucking confident. He's like, he can't. He's like, is he gonna beat me? So then he starts tweaking out bad to the point where his soul loses. So then like his soul admits defeat. So then Jotaro wins or whatever the fuck. But then he lifts up his card, straight bullshit in his deck, and he goes, "These are my cards. Jesus fucking Christ!" He was like, "Thank God I didn't fucking get those." So he's like, "Thank God I didn't fucking check." Jesus. Because he was like, if I checked that shit and I saw the garbage that I had, I probably wouldn't pull it off. But, so he does, like, dumb shit like that all the fucking time. I think he's the funniest. Sorry. He funny as fuck. He's my favorite JoJo. But to me, it feels like that's basic bitch answer. Of course you like, mind you, his type of character, I fucking hate him. Fucking hate him. Matt Mercer characters, I hate them. I hate them. I don't fuck with them. That motherfucker is literally like Law. Fake nonchalant motherfucker. It's giving Law. And you know what you know how I feel about Law? Dead. Kill him dead now. I don't like Law. I don't like those fake nonchalant motherfuckers. So the fact that my favorite JoJo is that? Shut the hell up. And the other one, Josuke, he's a 15-year-old funny ass fucking little boy, bruh. So hey, I'm like, that's my fave. But listen, that's my brother's favorite. He was like, part 4. He watched so much of fucking part 4 with me. Holy shit. I think the only way I was getting through part 4 was with him there. He was like, well, turn it on. Like, literally, we would go every Friday, my brother and I. We go out. We'll go shopping, go to Costco, whatever the fuck. And we always bring back food. So, at those days, my dad and my mom are working. Nobody's home. My brother's like, okay, put on JoJo on the TV. We would just sit there and watch JoJo for hours, bruh. And then, like, yesterday morning, my parents were not home. My brother said, put on JoJo, bro. We watched the rest of part 5. Because I had, like, 5 episodes left of part 5. We watched all of them. And then we watched the episodes he was missing of JJK, because JJK is also coming out. But then, what was I talking about? So yeah, no, a lot of part 4 I watched with my brother. I watched some of it at the gym, because whenever I go on treadmill, there's some JoJo on. I watched a lot of part 3 at the gym. And some of part 4. No, I watched a lot of part 4 at my house, but a lot of part 3 I watched at the gym. And then I remember that we were watching. My brother was like, "Oh my god, oh, it's so crazy!" And because mind you, part 4, it's real fucking good. That other than Jotaro being funny as fuck, Josuke fucking funnier. Oh my god, Josuke, he's stupid, he's funny. Oh my god, he's just some stupid ass 15-year-old fucking kid, funny as fuck, but he's stupid. Oh, he is funny. I love Josuke. And Okuyasu, they're so stupid, bruh. They're so stupid, I love them. So, yeah. Josuke, for me, I was like, nah, Josuke's my favorite JoJo. And when we literally finished part 4, I was like, fuck, no more Josuke? Like, I was upset, bruh. And then, part 5. Let me tell you, I'm glad it's over. Part 5 to me. Giorno. He's giving nothing. He's a nothing sandwich. Considering in every single part before part 5, my favorite character was a JoJo of the group. The fact that Giorno is probably middle of the fucking list for my favorites from his group, kind of a little concerning. He is a nothing fucking sandwich. A nothing fucking sandwich. I think he maybe fights 2 times. 2 times. He does but fucking nothing. Alright, he does but fucking nothing. Sorry, he can heal. He's our fucking team doctor, bro. That's the doctor. And he's like the encyclopedia doctor, bro. He gives nothing, bro. Oh my god. Like, I was thinking at one point, because I remember when we first started watching JoJo, my brother was like, oh my god, your favorite part is gonna be part 5. I already know you're gonna be a part 5 glazer. You're gonna, because mind you, my cousin, he's a part 5 glazer. What? And no wonder I don't fucking like him, bro. No wonder I don't like my cousin. What do you mean part 5's your favorite? What? What is it? Oh my god. I'm sorry. The mafia shit, like, cool, I guess. You're still in the mafia. You still kill people. Stop trying to act all pretentious and righteousness because you don't sell drugs. They're like, drugs? That's dishonor. I'm leaving the familia. You guys are torturing and killing motherfuckers on a daily basis, but little drugs does your bad? Okay, so y'all are like, no, we have honor, but we have a group assassin. Like, what the fuck? I guess, Bucciarati, he low-key a go. Favorite, Mista. Mista's my favorite. Six Pistols, I like their saying, hey, I like them, they're funny. When he was low-key mogging on the Beach Boys, let me tell you, I became a fan that day. I said, rewatch, replay. Hey, he was serving cunt. He served mega cunt and changed my perspective. And he's stupid. So I was like, this is my go. And then I was like, fuck. Our main guy is Nothing Burger? Ugh. Bruh. But, like, Narancha at first, he was a little annoying. Cool now. Dead. Abakio. My man. I don't like you either. Fugo. It's kind of giving us nothing either. He kind of really didn't develop after halfway, not even halfway, like episode, like 21, we lost him. Cool. Trish! My goat. Love Trish, y'all. She locked the fuck in. That's a real fucking diva. No wonder Megan Thee Stallion dressed up as her for Halloween. See, if Megan likes JoJo, yeah, it has to be good. It has to be good. I unfortunately think her favorite part is part 5, though. She dressed up as Bucciarati for the Crunchyroll Awards. Trish for Halloween. I think she might have done Narancha. I don't really remember that one that well. I don't know. I don't think she did. But, like, you know, JoJo's, it's part 5. Just, Giorno, I don't get it. But no, my brother, he was so insistent I was gonna like part 5. And he was like, oh, our cousin, he loves part 5. He's part 5 glazer. He loves it. He was like, I love part 4. Part 4 is my favorite. So then I was like, okay, I low-key felt like those parts were taken up. And then they were like, you're probably gonna like part 6 because part 6 is like women. What the fuck you trying to say, bro? They're like, oh, you're a woman, so you have to like part 6. Of course you'll like part 6. It's like, I think it's a little more than that. But anyways, as I was saying, part 4. Let me go back to part 4 because I wasn't really done there. It was good. It was good except for the fact that they nuked the fuck out of Joseph. See, before part 3, I was insistent my favorite JoJo was gonna be Joseph. I was like, it's gonna be Joseph. I know Joseph. He's silly. He's goofy. He's stupid. I think I need to rewatch part 2. I need to rewatch part 2 to do the damage control these other parts did on my man. Not my man, my goat. Because part 2 Joseph, he's funny. He's stupid. He's perfect, alright? He was like, I know what you're about to say next. You're not gonna get away with this. And then they go, and then the bad guy would go, you're not gonna get away with this. They go, how did he do that? It was so stupid. And then like he would walk out, fully clothed, like you could see everything on him, like tiny pockets, whatever. And then he would go out there, he'd be like, I am the bad guy and I'm gonna take you out because you're gonna be a threat. And he's like, oh yeah? Pulls out an AK-47 out of his asshole, bro. What the ain't no way you had that shit on you, bro. Pulls that shit out of his ass, starts shooting up the place. So stupid. He is so stupid. He's like, I know my special Joestar technique. And he just runs away. He's so goddamn stupid and funny. Nuke the fuck out of him in part 3 and part 4. Ooh. Oh my god. Oh my god. This guy in part 4, 83, like 80 years old. He is 80 years old. Yeah, heard me right. 80. 80. He becomes a new father. A new father after having an affair. Mind you, he becomes a new father at the age of 80. When, mind you, he had one night stand with a woman cheating on his wife, and then had Josuke didn't know about it. And then when he pulls up, he be doing some dumb shit, right? He be doing some kind of fucking stupid shit, right? He's been all senile. He's been like, huh? Hey, what is that? Oh, like, bro, Unc does nothing. Unc does nothing. Then he becomes new father. New father at the age of 70. Unc, you are literally you walk with a cane, Unc. And you're going to become a new father? Who the fuck is this? What the fuck are you doing? Oh, don't piss me off. Piss me off. And you know what pisses me off too? My goat, Jotaro Kujo, a deadbeat dad. Why are they nuking my faves? They are deadass nuking my faves all the fucking time. What do you mean? My goat is a deadbeat dad. Just put me down now. Put me down now. Oh my god. Oh my god. No, I'm so deadass. My fave is a deadbeat dad. Oh my god. He's such a deadbeat too. He's so deadbeat. And I understand why Jolene fucking hates him. Jolene's like, you're a bitch. She just wants her dad, bruh. She just wants her fucking dad. Because he deadass leaves when, mind you, she is like 14. No, he leaves when she's like fucking 6. Why is he in Moria hanging out with his 15-year-old uncle instead of taking care of his 6-year-old fucking daughter? What? What? And then, literally 2 years later, he's working. He's at a desk. Mind you, we see his desk. He has a picture framed from hanging out with the unks. Hanging out with the unks in 1988 in Egypt in part 3. He has a picture of him hanging out with the unks on his desk. Not a single fucking picture of his daughter, bro. What? What? You got the unks from 12 years ago on your goddamn fucking thing. Your phone. You got that shit from fucking 12 years ago. The picture with the unks. Not your own daughter? Bro, what? So this guy, deadbeat dad. Deadbeat dad. And then when he's like trying to break his daughter out of prison, right? He's breaking his daughter out of prison. He's like, let's go. Like, he's like, here. You. And he like holds his hand out. He holds his hand out, and Jolene, because Jolene fell down, and he's like, Jesus, be careful. And he has his hand out. It's a little cup, but he has his hand out. So she's like, oh my god, he's gonna help me up. Like, my dad actually cares. So then he's like, watch where you drop this. This is important. No, he's giving her something to grab. He's like, take this, you fucking idiot. Why'd you drop this? Deadbeat ass fucking loser. And then, Jolene was like, you know what, you're a deadbeat. He's like, hey, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up for once, please. Lock in. We're getting shot at. Shut the hell up. Like, this man is not meant to have a daughter. I'm sorry, this man is not meant to have kids. This guy is deadbeat ass number one. Mind you, he also 6-year-old daughter, right, that he has after he's going playing fucking hooky with his uncle, right? You're goofing around with this killer on the loose, bro. You're goofing the fuck around, and you're just ore farming. He low-key does nothing in part 4. Like, all he's doing is hanging out with fucking 15-year-olds. That's what my master unk is doing, bro. My fucking deadbeat unk goat is fucking doing. Mind you, he is pulling up in this prison deadbeat ass. He's 40 years old at this point, and he's wearing the most atrocious fit I've ever fucking seen in my life. I'm sorry, y'all nuked the fuck out of Jotaro, bro. Like, he was giving cool cunt in part 3, part 6. Yeah, I know he's 40 compared to him being like 17, serving cunt at 17, and I know he's 40 now. Why he still got the same kind of fit on? Like, I understand that's like the classic fit, I guess, for him, but like, ain't nobody wearing the same fit, bruh. Ain't nobody ever wearing the same fit, except for Koichi. Wait, actually, I take that fucking back. Koichi pulls up in the next part because he's from part 4. Alright, Koichi pulls up in part 5 to just be like, is there a JoJo here? And he meets, because they're like, the Speedwagon Foundation found another JoJo, maybe in the lurks. Like, whatever the fuck, I guess they like hunting down people, bro. They're like, you look a little suspicious. Are you a Joestar? But they were like, we found this person who could be related to Dio. This guy, give it up. But, God, it's been 13 years, give it up. But, he literally was like, we found somebody. So then they sent Koichi. Why is Koichi still in his school uniform? Buddy, you're probably like graduated high school. Why are you still wearing that shit? Put on a different fit. Jotaro, he's still wearing the same kind of fit, bruh. His school uniform, he wore that shit all white. Next part. Why is my all dark fit, dark hair, like Brody, emo king, my emo king, why is he wearing all white? Huh? And now he's a marine biologist too. Mind you, this guy has a wife and daughter at home. Wife and daughter at home. He's doing some bullshit with his fucking uncle, bro. Ugh. Like, they for real made him deadbeat. They made my go deadbeat, bro. And then Polnareff would go, like, why is Polnareff fighting the devil all the fucking time, bro? They were like, let's split up and see if we can find any more remains of Dio. Like, they came as a group to find Dio. They're like, Polnareff, you know how we were in Egypt when all this stuff happened? Like, all this stuff happened in the Middle East kind of stuff? And in Africa and the Middle East? Yeah, you go investigate in the Middle East what's going on. I'll go investigate in my pretty ass home. Like, bro, said Polnareff, you had probably the worst luck on this entire trip. You were getting jumped in the bathroom 3 times. You got jumped in the bathroom 3 fucking times. You can go investigate where it's more heavy. I'll go home and I'll go play marine biologist. Sound like a deal. And I know Jotaro was in high school still. But bro, he was not looking for Dio, bro. He was getting his fucking master's and his doctorate in marine biology, bro. He was not locking in like Polnareff is. Oh, I guess Polnareff is Unk, so I guess he could have locked in better. But like, that motherfucker, he now eternally a turtle. He now a turtle. Polnareff got turned into a turtle, y'all. Never, and then they were like, we'll keep in touch, Jotaro. We'll keep in touch. I don't think they contacted once. Hey, and now my goat is dead. Jotaro dead. Hey, he fucking died. Part 6, he fucking died. Excuse me? Excuse me? He's fucking dead? He's fucking dead? They gonna piss me off. They gonna piss me off. I feel like I'm lost words. I just talked about JoJo this entire time. Mind you, that's not what I was gonna talk about. Mind you, I'm like sprawled out, like fucking starfish style right now on my bed with this mic in my hands, talking about JoJo. And this entire time I was gonna talk about this audiobook, y'all. I was like, my audiobooks. And I was like, you know what? Let's go into JoJo. That's what happens. That's what happens when moods are high right now. That's what happens. Yeah, you just start talking about fucking anime. I guess this is the JoJo episode. Me reflecting. Me being like, fuck guys, like I didn't log in. This episode's a fail. But no, I guess we'll keep talking about JoJo, I guess. But what was I talking about? Okay, yeah. Giorno Nothing Burger. Sorry, he's low-key Nothing Burger. But no. Part 4, Kira though. Me kinda hitting that shit. He was kinda he had me worried. He had me looking up if Okuyasu died, bro. Like I spoiled myself because I can't do it. But literally, when he earned another one bites of dust, oh my god, you should have seen the fear. I was like, how are they gonna beat this guy? Like, this is internally, like, is written in the stars. Like, we've seen Rohan die 47,000 times at this point. Like, how are they gonna beat this guy? And they do. Hey, they do, thank god. That little kid, I don't remember what his name is. He locked the fuck in. No, but it's funny. Josuke, he's funny as fuck. He's like, there's a killer on the loose. Like, they all have a meeting talking about how there's a killer on the loose. And he's like, yeah, we gotta lock in. Tell me why this guy's like, there's a killer on the loose. Let me go rage bait this manga artist and steal all his money. Like, bro, that ass met an alien. He was like, I can transform into, like, anything I want to be. And he was like, can you look like this die? He turns this alien, he asks this alien to turn into a set of die, to some dice. And he's like, you know what? Let's go make some money. So then he proceeds to go to, another person who is actively looking for this killer that they just agreed to look for. They were like, he's like, hey, let's play a little game and let me see if I can win some money off you. Proceeds to try to cheat to get money off this guy, and at the end, burns down the guy's house. This is the shit Josuke's doing. He is so fucking stupid. He's stupid. He's funny as fuck. Yeah, he's one of my faves, y'all. He's my favorite. But like I was saying, it feels like only one person's part can, like, there can only be one favorite per part. Like I can't say my brother and I we both love part 4. Like, that's my favorite part. I feel like I can't say that. Like, my brother, because ain't nobody love it like my brother, bro. He loves part 4. Whenever we talk about, whenever we literally talk about JoJo, he's always like, we gotta talk about, like, part 4. And mind you, part 4, like, my favorite opening is part Crazy Noisy Bizarre Town. First part 4 opening, it is so good. It's an upbeat. I love it. Mind you, number 2, Stand Proud. I love Stand Proud, which is part 3. So to me, my favorite parts would definitely be part 3 and part 4. I would probably say though, fave would be part 3. It is, to me, it's just nostalgic at this point. Like, my goat is not washed. What my first goat is Joseph. He low-key kind of washed. But I know he's so we gotta lock in. But, like, you low-key wash, bruh. Kakumi, sorry, kind of don't give a fuck. Abdal, sorry, Loki also kind of don't give a fuck. You guys, like, are out of the game most of the time. Polnareff, he's funny. Y'all like him too. Iggy. God, Iggy used to fucking go. I love Iggy. They did you dirty, Ig. So probably, like, stuff like that. Like, they would be my faves and shit. But, what was I talking about? Like, those are my faves, like, what? Guys, I lost my train of thought. I was just rambling about part 3. But I have rewatched a lot of part 3. So, I would say part 3 is my favorite part. Part 4, definitely close behind. My favorite openings, Great Days is so good. I love Great Days. Chase isn't bad. It's not liked or in my gym playlist, so it's not my list. But I started re-listening to the second opening of part 3. That shit's good. Oh, part 5, the only hottie, Diablo. Hey, who's that sexy pink haired man? Hey, is he also a deadbeat father? Yes. Hey. Listen, there's everybody there deadbeat dad. Hey, every JoJo has a deadbeat dad. Every character deadbeat dad. Who has a good father in the thing? None of them. None of them. Yeah, that's not a single good dad in the entire show. The only one who would not be a deadbeat father, the only one is Jonathan. He would not be a deadbeat dad. And his dad was not deadbeat, his dad was killed. But his dad would not be a deadbeat dad. It's just the way the whiz, just the way it is. So unfortunately, Jonathan, the only fucking dead JoJo. The only dead JoJo. Joseph alive. Jotaro's alive, I assume. Hopefully. They just killed him, but hopefully he's still alive. But other than that, Joseph's alive. Jotaro's alive. Josuke's alive. Giorno's alive. Jolene's alive. All the JoJos are alive. Minus the OG JoJo. The actual JoJo. From day one, he said, I'm JoJo. Just him. He's the only one alive. Joseph, he was like, I'm JoJo. But it's like, that makes sense. There's Jonathan Joestar, and then Joseph Joestar. But then we got Jotaro Kujo. It doesn't make sense. Josuke Higashikita. How's that JoJo? I don't know. Also doesn't make sense to call him JoJo. Giorno Giovanna. I guess Giorno, JoJo, sure, whatever. Jolene Kujo, same thing. Only Jotaro Kujo and Jolene Kujo, Joe and Joe, sure. So they have called Jotaro JoJo. I feel like I said a different name, but the OG JoJo, it's Jonathan Joestar. So, unfortunately, he's the only OG good JoJo. He did. I said JoJo 20 million fucking times. But, current anime fave, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. That's my current fave. I am going to get into a part 7 is coming out in 17 days, I think. But part 7 is coming out. And I'm gonna start to watch, even though it doesn't connect to my goats, so none of my previous goats can ever show up again. But let me watch part 7. What do you mean we're never gonna see my goats again? What do you mean we're never gonna see Josuke Higashikita ever again? But yeah, no. What was I saying? JoJo, it's my current fave right now. Well, I like to call everything that I'm watching is my current fave because I'm watching it, and if I'm still watching it, it's because it's good. But out of like my enjoyment of all of them, JoJo is. See, I don't know why I feel like everything drags on when I literally watch One Piece. I've been like, man, no, the episode's still going. It's still going. Like, I don't know why, to me, JoJo feels like it drags forever and it's getting harder to watch. When stuff actually happens in it, though. Part 3 was like, fuck. It was going forever. It's because they were, like, fighting them every single day. Like, every single day was a different stand. So, like, to me, it was fine. Like, it felt like I was on that trip with them. That's how I grew to like them. But then it's like, now I'm like, oh yeah, it's kind of like, just, that's whatever, I guess. And another reason I like part 5 is because that's when they all start being cunty. Like, they got the cuntier fits. They got the cuntier sweat. They got the cuntier powers. They got the cuntier names. Like, they got, like, cuntier songs. Like, there's, like, they're serving cunt in part 5. And part 6 are also serving cunt. Like, they start allowed to wear colored lipstick now. and be gay. So I'll give part 5 that. And they also, you know, round out their characters. Because like my brother was saying, in part 2, you only see Joseph fight. And nobody else fights, and nobody else wins their fights. Joseph is the only one who's fighting. Part 3, we start seeing other people fight. We saw Kakyoin fight. We saw Polnareff fight a lot. We saw Avdol. We saw Joseph. A lot of Jotaro fighting. But, you know, we saw them. Part 4, we saw, Koichi fight. We saw, did Jotaro fight? Probably fucking not. We saw a lot of Koichi fights, but I feel like we saw a lot of other people fighting. And we did see a lot of it was a lot of Josuke fights. But not every episode had a fight. But like a bunch of episodes were a bunch of bullshit. I think that's why to me it felt like it was dragging a bit. But like obviously we always need exposition. Of course we need storytelling. But like there was some Rohan fights. Like there was other stuff. No, they were fighting I feel like they were fighting every episode. But like we saw a lot of Koichi fights. Like it gave us some view into different characters. But to me, Josuke, I guess Josuke was like the heaviest hitter out of all of them. Like, of course, like in every other part, the JoJo is the heaviest hitter because they're the strongest one. But we do see a lot of other people fight. Part 5. I think I can count the amount of Giorno fights in one hand. Maybe I'm stupid. Maybe I just honestly don't remember. But I felt like he was doing a whole lot of nothing. Yeah, he fought against Pope. He won, of course. Then he fought against Butrati. He won. Great. And then Bakio and Butrati beat the fucking ship guy. Mista beat the fucking the helper. Narancia beat another guy. The one that was like hunting him down in his car. Man in the Mirror, that was a 3-way win against Fuga, Abakio, and Giorno. And then what's his fucking name? Grateful Death and the Beach Boys. That was a Mista. Mista helped, but mostly Bucciarati carry. Babyface, that was a Giorno fight. Oh, another Giorno fight. And then after that, that was a Giorno fight. And then they got on the fucking train. They got on the fucking car. And they left. That was a Giorno and Mista fight that Mista finished. And like Giorno carried. Like Giorno helped. But it was mostly a Mista fight. Last villain of that caliber didn't even get taken out by them. They got taken out by technically Narancia. But mostly he was taken out by the boss. Abakio got taken out. Oh, and then when they actually meet up with the fucking, the boss, it's, a fucking Bucciarati fight that, you know, from Bucciarati fight, then it moves over onto, them getting hunted down because they left the Mafia. That becomes a Narancia fight with, Giorno helping, but it's mostly a Narancia fight. And then after that, it was it was the other guys, I think. Wait, I'm trying to think. They left. Honestly, I don't remember like the middle part of it, but I know that they left the thing or whatever the fuck after they got jumped, and then fuck, who the hell did they fight? I honestly do not remember who else. They had to be fighting somebody else. I can't remember. Honest to God, I can't fucking remember. But there was a lot of non-Giorno fights. Fuck. I guess Giorno beat against the like tree guy. Giorno did. Yeah. So Jonah beat him, and then Bucciarati slash the boss beat the other guy. And then honestly, God, it was just a fucking boss fight. And they're just having the boss fight. And then, of course, Jonah won that. I feel like I'm missing a lot. I feel like I'm missing a big chunk of part 5. But it all just fell to one blob, and Jonah was a nothing burger. So I don't really like part 5. I mean, yeah, it gives a lot of really well-rounded characters. That for sure. But yeah, honestly, got nothing burger. Not my favorite part at all. Intros were okay. I definitely like the second intro more than I like the first one. King Crimson, crazy. Hey, scary, crazy as fuck. He was cool. His boss fight, you know what's crazy? He was stuck to eternal fucking suffering. Crazy, bruh. Crazy just cause he's selling drugs, y'all. But yeah. Yeah, part 5, Part 6 though is good. I like part 6, it's good. So far, yeah. Other than the fact they just killed my goat. But I would say, yeah, overall, though I'm very much liking JoJo, I would give it, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. An 8 out of 10. Definitely not like a 9 because part 5 is definitely throwing me off. And Jonah's kind of throwing me off. Like, hey. Like, part 5 definitely gave it on a lower skin for me. Like, I don't know. It's not bad, but it just wasn't as good as the other parts, in my opinion. And that one, I feel like a lot of that one, I feel like I watched with my brother. I feel like I hardly watched any of that alone because I was just like, yeah, I'll get to it, I guess. But yeah, no, I for real watched part 5 a lot of it. Part 4 and part 5, I watched a lot of it with my brother. But yeah, no. And my brother told me, he was like, when you get to the last like 5 episodes of Stone Ocean, like he's like, we're gonna like have to throw a party. He was like, we're gonna have to like do an event. We're gonna have to cater. Like he's like, it's gonna be a rough moment. He's like, cause I need to watch that. Because my brother told me he's never because my brother, he does not rewatch shows that he likes. He watches it once and calls it a day. He does not need to rewatch it. I, unfortunately, when I like something, I'm watching that shit 99 times. But I told myself I have to stop doing that. That's why I've made myself watch other shit. And it's hard because I literally hate that I have to watch it like one thing at a time. Like, I cannot be like, okay, I'm watching JoJo and I'm also watching One Piece and I'm watching My Hero at the same time. And it's like, no. It's like, no. I was like, well, if I really like the show so much, if I have this time, I don't really want to watching this show. And then, like, I feel like once I start doing that, I don't go back to the show. Like, I don't finish them. And that happens every single time I watch a show. Once I like, let me watch something else. I don't go back and finish a show. Unless I'm, like, hooked on it, like, this is the only thing I'm watching. Then, yeah. But, like, I can't start shit. And then, like, I cannot start shit, period. If I'm watching something else. Because I will not go back to what I'm watching previously. So, unfortunately, it's annoying as fuck that I'm only watching one anime at a time. I would be like everybody else and watching something different, but that's why I've also made a list. I'm forcing myself to physically start other stuff because I can't just be like, there's nothing else to watch. Let me just rewatch this. I'm like, no, there is. You have a list. I need to add Bleach to the list. I really, really do need to add Bleach. I want to watch Bleach. I mean, like, it's like the same thing. I was like, my brother probably watches shit, but like, he wouldn't watch shit, and then this stuff also wouldn't be so mainstream if it was ass. You know? Like, ain't no way. Hey, it's me, Deadass, in the post editing of all that. I'm gonna cut this now because I spent the next 10 minutes talking about anime when I knew damn well I need to finish the episode. So, yeah, I'm cutting myself off now. I don't know. Also, I'm way over my time limit. Holy shit, guys. This has been going on forever. Um, enough about anime, I guess. Guys, I was gonna rant about a book. I was gonna rant about The Blood of Hercules. Shit, absolute hot garbage. Was gonna rant about that. We'll rant about it in the next episode, though. Trust. Lock in with me. We're gonna rant about Blood of Hercules next ep. Promise. It's on lockdown. I literally wrote down a script. I don't write scripts. I literally don't write scripts because I free ball because who gives a fuck. I never write scripts. For the next part though, I wrote down my notes while mid read. Like every time I had a feeling, I wrote that shit down. I made a list because every single time I read a book and every single time I need to review a book, I have thoughts and I don't shut the hell up. And you're gonna hear my thoughts. My thoughts are for everybody to listen because this is what I have to say about this. And I don't give a fuck if my thoughts are unconventional, my thoughts are stupid. I don't give a fuck. Everybody's gonna listen to my thoughts. In this book, nothing ever had me heated as this book. And I remember I was talking to Adeline, and I was like, dude, because like I mentioned I was listening to a book. I was like, yeah, no. I told her one time because and whenever I'm listening to a book, I let that hoe know. I'm live tweeting my listens every single time. If I'm listening to a book, she knows about it. So when I'm not live tweeting about something, it's because I'm not listening to anything. But I remember I mentioned it, I was like, yeah, no, I ran an audiobook hours while I was listening to this book and I almost bought more, but I was like, oh my god, I'm really gonna get paid. Like they're literally gonna charge my card, so my hours are gonna automatically fill back up for free literally tomorrow. Chill. And then like I didn't tell her what book it was though. But she was like, oh, what book is it? And I was like, literally do not worry about it because this book is ass. I said, it's not that important. I'm not going to talk about it. This book is actual bonkers. And then, like, I'm pretty sure the next day I texted her and I said, you know how I said the book is ass? Yeah, I mean that shit. And I literally just started ranting to her. I ranted about this fucking book to the high heavens because of how much I didn't fucking like it. I went butt fucking insane. I wrote down my notes. I wrote down my live tweetings because I was like, I always gotta let the world know how I feel about a book. I always gotta let bitches know. And if I don't write down the notes, I always forget how I feel in the moment. And like, I forget shit, so I'm not. No, I wrote down notes. I have my list of my problems, 20 million emojis. And then I literally wrote down what happens in each part so that I can retell it and I can feel the emotion of being fucking pissed again. And I can talk about it. Like, I'll deadass tell you my script. I'll deadass tell you what happens, and then I'll, like, talk about it. Or I'll only talk about it as I'm in there, because I'm fucking mad. And, of course, some of my notes, some of my little, jotting down gets answered by the story, but my feelings are strong. My feelings are strong because they weren't like, oh my god, I'm so excited. It was more like, ain't no fucking way, you're lying. You're pissing me off, you're lying. So yeah. Trust, very next ep, I will be discussing that. Because the world needs to know what I fucking feel. No introduction, straight dive into it, so I don't get fucking distracted again. But, as I said, thank you so much for listening to me rant about JoJo for literally, like, an hour and 10. And other animes, because trust me, that's not what I was trying to do. All because I misspoke. Instead of saying Ronin, I said Rohan. Just because of that, I off-scripted this. Derailed this entire fucking episode. Anyways, thank you so much for listening. And we'll hear my feelings again in the next episode. Bye!